What's up, you guys? It is Freaky Friday, and I figured we just start the sister wives off with the weirdos. What is it? Becky and Justin? Let's start off with the weirdos, because they gonna be quick. So they get back to the house, all depressed. He talking about he feel disrespected because she slept with Gray. Sir, I'm trying to figure out, why did you feel disrespected? She ghosted you the first time. Your asses was on a break. When she called you and then ghosted you again, that was a sign telling you she didn't want to be with you anymore. So I don't understand how you feeling disrespected. Nobody told you to drive your ass up there, okay? Because you would have had a different conversation with me had you done rolled up on my ass. Just saying. The Davises, they're a hot ass mess. So now that she's back and they trying to get their groove back and everything, they done went to a smash room to smash out all their damn frustrations and shit, so they can feel like they got this sisterhood going thing again. Because Jennifer is setting her up, April is setting the whole thing up so she could talk about marrying this girl off to some other broad again. That's all that was. So now we gonna circle around to their Litlow dinner, because they didn't have much either. Now they're asking her about this whole, what do you think about bringing in another woman? I don't know how long in between that they gonna go circle around back to this girl and ask her about getting her a wife. Like, what was the time frame? Now Danielle does shit like this, if you notice, when they're talking to her. That's some nervous shit. That's some nervous laugh. Although she in her mouth is saying she's cool with it, she ready for it. No, she ain't. Not one iota is she ready for that shit. If I was her, I'd be like, so if you want me to like court and take on another wife, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this other wife besides be your friend, like why we got to get married? Because if something happens, then I got to split my shit with this bitch. Like, Danielle, I need you to really think about what you got going on, because the heifer that I saw in the previews, she looks like trash. I'm just saying, and she looks like trash, and you three ladies seem to got your shit together with your jobs and shit. So if you marry her and she ain't got shit, she could take your shit. At the very least, if they don't have this girl trying to hook up with another bitch to get married to, they should at least let her pick the bride. That I would demand that. I'm like, no, you guys don't get to pick shit. If you want me to do this, I'm gonna be a part of the picking. Screw you matriarch bitches. I'm gonna do the picking. Now here's the real fun couples. NAILAH, and I may be saying that wrong, and not NAEEM. They on here playing, as far as I'm concerned. That's what that shit looked like to me. So they done found a girl in the pool hall. But the interesting thing about it is when they was talking about this girl that they felt like they may have had a connection with in the pool hall, just the look on their face and they started laughing, they knew they was up to some bullshit. And what I don't like about the whole thing, like, I don't know if you knew this girl and you just brought her in to be a part of the show, or you brought her on here to embarrass her. Because that's kind of what you did. You talked about her real bad when she walked off, okay? You knew this motherfucker was young when she came in. You can't tell me that when you met her at the pool hall, sweetie, that you didn't see the same personality that came up to that wine tasting. You can't tell me it switched that quick. And you can't tell me that you're attracted to this girl. One iota. You're not attracted to this girl. Now, as they're sitting there talking, we now find out he's the one who picked this chick. Like I said, you picking somebody so it don't have to compete with your wife, so your insecure wife, because she's acting, that's what she acted like on the show. Because I can't understand how you could say she's anxious meeting people in person, then why the fuck did she go? Why is she doing sister wives? Because she don't have to meet one in person at some point. She just can't keep dating over the internet. So why is she doing it if it makes her anxious and give her anxiety? You picked that girl just so she could be below your chick. Now, the one thing I could say this week, the hair, the wig, good job. Good job on the hair, because you're a pretty girl. That other little Lion King shit, that shit wasn't working. This look for you, boo-boo. This works. So they meet this girl at a wine tasting. What's her name? Let me look this shit up. So they meet Alexis at the wine tasting. That's where they took her to a wine tasting. And so she walks in And the minute she walks in, they start talking shit about her outfit. He figured, you knew where you was going. You should have put on something a little bit classier, because this is not what I roll with. I'm sure she wasn't. She was dressed the same way at the pool hall. Like, I'm pretty sure. And if that's the one thing you should have been complaining about, that damn tacky ass wig she had on her head. But I guess she couldn't, because your wife just took out that Lion King look. So I guess you can't say nothing about this damn wig. So what I don't like, or what I didn't like, is the little sneaky shit between the husband and the wife. When they start doing a little wine tasting, they looking at her, she's smelling it. She said it smells like apple juice or something like that. And the other one was like fruit snacks. Okay. Showing that she's 26. And they just kind of snickering. And that's why I said, I think you guys are playing with us, because you already knew this girl was 26 and you already knew this shit wasn't gonna work out. So he get his punk ass up and go to the bathroom like they always do. Let me go to the bathroom so you guys can do your scene. And it was like, okay, and scene, right? So the wife is talking to her about the rules and the one-on-one dating and how they not gonna do that shit just yet. And she got pissed off because the girl said, you know, she figured she could do it and it'll be okay. What she really got pissed off about is when husband came back to the table, although she told her that's not how we do shit. She got pissed because she went around like a child would do and asked him what she already told him, that he gonna tell her the same damn answer. So she's a little pissed about that. But you are messing with a child, okay? And he knew, because he said it. He said it when the date was over. He said, I can't be with nobody like that. I need somebody a little bit more mature. She just reminds me of my daughter, and yeah, 26. She says, well, maybe there's mature 26-year-old. He's like, no 26. It just reminds me of my daughter. You knew what the fuck you were doing when you picked her out, so I don't know why you wasted our time with this shit. Because that's exactly what you two did. You wasted our goddamn time with this shit, in my opinion. You knew you wasn't attracted to that girl. So now we got this other weirdo ass couple that just like to use God for all they little creepy shit, the Garricks. So they finally tell the mama, daddy, sister, brother-in-law, whoever, how that mix-up is, that they trip went well, and that they proposed to Natalia. So everybody was like gasp. They was gasp. Like, no the fuck you didn't. You know this girl for 2 months, met her for the first time, and you done put a ring on it already after what happened with Roberta. Roberta shit is real fresh. So what kind of damn sense is this making? And you always got Danielle over there with that little goofy ass grin that she ain't really for this shit. And he gonna haul off and say what he always say, God told him. God told him. No, your penis told you, sir. That's the only thing that talk to you is your penis. It ain't never the Lord. It is your evil ass penis. That's it. So then they start talking about this damn visa. Okay? So they're trying to decide if they're going to get a visa, marriage visa, whatever. But he said he's going to take his ass back to Brazil, right? So they can get married if that would be easier. Anyway, he going to Brazil. He going to go back to Brazil. So the brother asks a very valid question. Do you have a prenup? And this bitch hadn't even thought about it. First of all, Danielle, I wouldn't be letting him go anywhere for a month with any broad. When you get married, I'm going to be there. I'm going to have the prenup in hand. Sign this shit. I wouldn't do it. But you know she weak. I would be pulling up on their ass. I wouldn't let that shit go. But Garrett's punk ass is saying Natalia's not there to use them. They haven't been giving her a lot of money. Her dad is pretty well off or whatever. And she's a lawyer and want to get her, open her law practice. So they're saying they don't see her as the same as Roberta. But still, sir, this woman could, if she a lawyer, Danielle, you better go to that damn trip and get that damn prenup in your hand. Now this is the scene I didn't understand. I wasn't understanding why she was recording, going off on Garrick about Natalia not returning her calls, but returning his calls. She got pissed off because the girl didn't return her calls in a couple of hours. Not a couple of days, but a couple of hours. But I could see her point. She's like, well, bitch, she always answers your shit, but she ain't talking to me. I feel like this girl wants you for herself. And he still, with the way this girl is, he still took his ass over there and decided, he said, we decided I would stay longer, so I'm going to stay a month. No, Garrett, you decided that. Danielle didn't decide any of that. She's sitting at home crying, thinking your ass ain't going to even come back. And you don't have to come back. But wait a minute, God, let's back up. He got to come back. That house is in Danielle's name. It's not in his name. Read that on Starcastle because he needed her for good credit. So he can't just walk off and just leave her ass. He would lose some shit too. But still, you need to get a prenup. But we gonna see this shit not working out. Because here's the pattern that I see. So he goes happening to Mexico like he did with Berta, put a ring on it, married her, then he porked her, right? Then he comes back to America after this 30 days with her, and then find a whole nother female that he's going to be talking to, and their excuse, and I was fucked up with Daniel, so it's like, well, she knew that we would go back on the side, we were looking for another wife, but you ain't even had time for her to be your sisterhood or his wife. So we know this relationship is going to break up when she finds out that they're dating again. It's not gonna last. She gonna give that ring back just like Roberta did. Like, how you gonna find another bitch and I'm not even over there yet and I don't know her? How you gonna do that? So that's gonna be the problem. So it seems like this is the shit that Garrett's punk ass do. Garrett, there's a special hell for you, and there is just a special hell for you. And Danielle, you weak. I'm sorry. I hope you're not this weak in real life. Either you weak or you just don't give a shit about Garrick. But the way you crying and shit, you act like you do. But like I said, I would pull up. There's no way I would let him stay up there for 30 days talking about you gonna get married. No fucking way. And I'm coming with a prenup. You both signing this shit. Anyway, don't be an asshole, y'all. I will see you guys with Love During Lockup tomorrow. Bye.